If you're looking for a low-cost, easy-to-do day trip from Puerto Vallarta, then you might want to consider going to Mismaloya. This picturesque destination boasts an array of activities and attractions, all accessible for the low cost of 10 pesos by bus. Visitors can unwind on the beach, dine at one of the many restaurants, engage in water sports, take a boat ride, or explore the area, including the remnants of the movie set Night of the Iguana, located at the point. I often come here after a hike in the local area. I come mainly for lunch, to swim at the beach, but I also like the variety of things you can do here. I do like the hike to the point. It's a little bit of a rocky outcrop with some very scenic areas, including a chance to inspect the former set of the movie, The Night of the Iguana. Mismaloya is a beautiful beach in a protected cove right across from Los Arcos, which is a national marine park. Many of the restaurants serve traditional Mexican food and also seafood, and it's absolutely delicious. Let's talk about how you get here. It's very easy. So here we are at the corner of Constitution and Basilio Bedillo, ready to go catch our bus to Mismaloya. Buses leave this corner on the hour and every 10 minutes thereafter. There's always buses here. They cost 10 pesos to go all the way down to Boca de Matlan. And it takes about 25 to 35 minutes to go to Boca, but we're going to the Mismaloya, and that's only about a 20-minute ride outside the city. Maybe 30 minutes if it's very busy in the morning. Grab some water at the Oxxo and some bread and tamales if you want to bring some lunch along. As you can see, there's quite the lineup here. And the buses can be quite crowded in the morning. Early in the morning, it's not unusual to basically have standing room only because the seats fill up fast. But a lot of people on the bus are heading off to work at one of the resorts and they get off fairly quickly. So probably within about 10 or 15 minutes into the trip, you'll be sitting down. As I said, this trip here, depending on the number of stops the bus driver has to make, should take about 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the extreme. And then you'll be dropped off at the Barcelo Hotel right at the entrance of Mismaloya, and you'll just have to proceed down the road, and that will take you right to the beach. Here we are in Mismaloya. Well, enjoy your day. Gracias, amigo. This is the entrance to Mismaloya. The hotel here is called the Barcelo. And to get to the beach, you just got to go down the road. So the walk from the bus stop should take you less than 10 minutes, but along the way, you're following along the river on the left-hand side. There's a couple of bridges, and I highly encourage you to walk across them and take a look at the river. It's all fresh water. A lot of times you'll see some wildlife, and in the river, the locals park their fishing boats or water taxis, and it's nice to see them all lined up there. Great opportunity to take some great pictures. Also, as you walk along the sidewalk here and along the river, you're going to find a variety of stores and restaurants. They have pharmacies, so you can pick up some sunscreen or bug repellent if you forgot to bring it along with you. There's beautiful restaurants as well, but I would highly recommend that you continue right to the beach. And when you get to the beach, you hang a left over the last remaining bridge, and you're going to find all the restaurants that I like to go to there. I won't tell you which one to go to. They're all good. I've eaten in a variety of different ones. I think today we're going to go to the Corral. I've been there several times, really enjoy it. But as I said, I've tried pretty much every one of them. They all serve similar food, and they're all good. They all have great views from their location as well. And one of the things I really like about this particular coming to Mismaloya, this location, is that they have a lot of covered seating. So you can sit at tables in the shade so you don't have to get so much sun, or then you can go use their beach chairs or sit at tables right on the beach in the sun. So having said that, we'll just walk on down and you'll get a sense for how far it is and what it looks like. So you can rent snorkeling equipment right off the sidewalk here. The south side of the beach is actually quite rocky, and it's a great place to snorkel. The beach is actually quite nice here. And here's one of the first restaurants. Lots of little tiendas as well, where you can buy some snacks. But I myself am heading to a beach club. Grab a beer, grab some lunch, maybe do a little swimming.
One thing about Mexico, it is not a quiet place, and there always seems to be music playing somewhere. The things I really like about living here during the winter months.
You can buy your own beer here and bring it to the beach as well. Save yourself some money. $10 for the bathroom. And that's the resort called the Barcelo. So every entrance into the ocean, these streams, it's a little I guess storage place where the locals will store their boats to get them out of the ocean water, and that way they'll be safe from the waves. And they do that here as well as Boca de Tamatlan, pretty much every place I've been to where there's a stream running out of the mountains. And we'll take a look at the stream. It's all fresh water, all very clear. A lot of times there's a lot of birds here fishing because there's minnows in the water. And these are all plantains in this tree here. And the beach is just there. Cormorant just dove underneath that boat. There's another one here. So we'll continue on our way down to the beach. Bienvenidos a Playa Mismaloya. Welcome to Mismaloya Beach. Beautiful little mural here. Some bathrooms. We'll walk to the beach first, but then we'll head on over this bridge and go to one of the beach clubs and grab lunch.
Se pone bien atravesado, se le echa de ver mucho.
So you can rent an umbrella for 100 pesos.
So as you enter the beach area, you're going to find a lot of vendors who will want to offer you trips on their boat. So you can take a boat here and go to Los Arcos. That's probably the most popular trip. But they can take you to a lot of different places or other beaches on the south coast, such as Marahuitas or Yalapa or Camixto or Las Animas. They list the prices here. I find the prices actually pretty pricey off this board here. So you might be better to try and negotiate a water taxi from a guy just off the beach. What's also interesting here is they give you a little history with this billboard about what made this place famous, and what made it famous was the filming of the movie The Night of the Iguana, starring Richard Burton and Ava Gardner. Anyways, let's proceed to the beach so you get a sense for what that is like here. So the beach itself has some beautiful green, clear water. It's a sandy beach, but it's a little bit coarser than the sand in downtown Puerto Vallarta. Therefore, it doesn't get whipped up and become, it's not a silty sand, therefore it doesn't become really dirty. They've got the river, I think it's called the Mismaloya River, that runs right into it. You can see this boat is actually sitting in it, and they'll push it right out into the waves and into the bay, so they can use it as a water taxi or fishing or just for touring people. And as I said earlier, probably the most popular tour, since you're so close to the National Marine Park here, is known as Los Arcos. You can tour around it. You can snorkel around it as well. You can't fish there though. That's because it's a protected area. The beach is, or the bay here, is really not that big, but it's a medium size. But it's a great place to hang out. One, it's easy to get in and out of the water because it is protected. But the main thing is it's got a lot of great restaurants and a lot of services, a lot of water sports. You can get massages here. You can do some yoga, I believe. There's lots of opportunities to do a variety of different things. So anyways, we'll walk the beach a little bit later, and I'll show you where the Night of the Iguana was filmed. But right now I'm hungry, so let's go over this little bridge, go through the restaurants, and find a place to eat.
Sí, mire, ya arriba en la cascada, si quieren nadar, pueden nadar y compartir para que lleven unas para que no se les pase.
On the way to the restaurant, you're also going to see a lot of different stores. We're selling lots of different souvenirs, so a great place to do a little souvenir shopping can be found in Mismaloya as well.
Acá también vamos a buscar la lanchita por todos modos. Dale, voy parejando,
So all the beach clubs and restaurants here, bars, are all good. All serving very similar food. Hola, amigo.
How are you today?
Excellent. Yourself?
I'm happy now.
So as I said earlier, most of the beach clubs actually have covered sections. So if you want to eat lunch or dinner here where you're not sitting directly in the sun, you have that opportunity. But then you also have an opportunity to have a table on the sand. They also have these nice lounge chairs in front of many of the places. And as long as you order food or you eat or drink here, they'll allow you to use those chairs as well. So your biggest challenge here is to select the beach club that you want to sit at. And if you notice, you'll see lots of signs for massages. On the second floor of many of these beach clubs is where they offer you to participate or get a massage. So right now what I'm going to do is walk you through all the different restaurants. You can see that there's quite a few of them, but I'll just give you a sense of what this area is all like, and then I'm going to walk along the beach and I'm going to select a restaurant and then go sit down and have some lunch and a beer, of course.
Hola. So here's the spa. So a back and shoulder massage for 300 pesos, full body therapeutic for 500, and a deep tissue for 700. And I assume that is for an hour. Not bad. So all these restaurants look great. I just got to select one. On the south side of the beach, you find all the restaurants plus some sports stores where they'll rent you paddle boards and so forth. And then if you move to the north, you find that there'll be no restaurants there. It's just a big open area. So if you want to come here by yourself with your own chair and umbrella, that would be the place to go. So I need to point out that the beach normally is a little bit wider than this. We're at high tide actually, so the water is quite high up onto the beach, but normally it would be about double in size here. Now I'm on the lookout for a restaurant, and the one I want to go to I think is called Corral, and it's about halfway down, but as I said earlier, they're all good, so take a look at the menu and the prices and select which one is suitable for you, and just walk on in. People are very friendly and accommodating here.
Fish taco.
I think so. Can I look at your menu? I think I've eaten here before. Yeah, I'll have a table here.
Yes, he's here. For people?
No, just me. Uno. I will go right here. Gracias. Okay, this is the Ramada Coral, right on the beach in Mismaloya. I think I found the perfect spot, and I've eaten here before, and I'm ordering what I got the last time because it was so good, and that is fajitas. So this is lunch. This is shrimp fajitas. I can't wait to dive into these. They look so good. And they give you some nice tortilla shells. They're all the corn type. All nice and toasty warm. And I've got a Pacifico to wash it all down with. So this is your perfect setting, sitting on a beach in Mexico, just outside of Puerto Vallarta. I can't think it gets much better than this. It can get pretty lively and pretty noisy here as well. Digging into my fajitas right now, and they are quite good. Wow. I put a little bit of hot sauce on them, and it's a bit spicy, but really enjoyable. So this is my complete fajita here that I built up myself. They give you these nice corn tortillas. I think you might be able to order a flour one here, but I go with the corn. I enjoy them. But it's got lots of meat, lots of shrimp, that is. I put some hot sauce on it. That's the red you see. It's full of green peppers and onions. Some rice as well. It all comes together and you mix it the way you like it. So now I'll give you a little tour of this section or this particular restaurant. You can see they have lots of tables and chairs. Some of them are under this sort of
palapa, and others are on the sand where you can get some umbrellas, and some are a little bit further. In back of the restaurant, you're going to find where their kitchen is, where they do all the cooking, and they also have their bar. You can see all the bottles just sitting there. A lot of the times you'll see some family members here, including children, because most of the time it's a family-run
Mucho gusto.
So here
Very
are
good.
the cooks working in the back, and they also have an open grill I saw where they were cooking some things as well. So in the back of this restaurant, they have their bathrooms and showers. So if you want to get the salt off you after swimming in the ocean, this is a great restaurant to go because you get to use these other facilities. So now that we've had lunch, I'll take you out back to the beach, and then we're going to head up onto the south side of this little bay here. It goes from a nice sandy area to a rocky coastline. Great place to snorkel if you bring some equipment, or you can rent it here. But at the point is where they have the former film set for the movie The Night of the Iguana. It's really not that much there, but it is a nice little walk. And that's, again, one of the things I really enjoy about Mismaloya. There's a lot of things to do here, and if you're a wanderer like me, you can walk the beach, but you can also walk to the point and see what they have there. Often you'll see a lot of wildlife, lots of different birds on the rock or swimming by, and you also see lots of crabs and fish in the water as well. So anyways, we'll just follow along, or you can follow me along here, and you'll see what Mismaloya is all about. So Mismaloya sits in a bay, and just outside that bay is the National Marine Park known as Los Arcos. I believe it's 5 islands, and you can see one of those islands right here. Once we walk along the walkway along the south coast, you'll be able to see most of them. Hola, amigo.
Hola, señor.
Very nice baby.
Thank you.
On the south side of the beach is there's a bar, there's a place that you can rent paddle boards, and there's also spas and massage places. And I know a friend used this particular one on the left-hand side here, and he said it was just excellent. But I think if you want a little more peace and quiet away from all the noise, there's a couple that we're going to pass here very shortly, and they're right next to the rocks, and you can hear the waves coming in, and I know a few other people have tried those, and they were quite pleased as well. So there is a stone walkway, cobblestone that is. Initially starts with sand essentially at this section of the beach, then changes to cobblestone. I'm not exactly sure how it got here, or if it actually was built all part of the movie set. It obviously has been repaired multiple times since that movie was made, I think, in 1964, so a lot of time has passed, and that's why the old former movie set is a little bit of a ruin. You really can't tour it, but you can definitely walk around the outside. But that's just one of the destinations. One of the things I really like, it is actually extremely scenic here, and just a great place to take a walk away from the beach and all the noise. So highly recommend that you do that. Now, if you're a snorkeler, then this south side is also where you want to head to. You can see it's all rocks here, and a lot of the fish hang about the rocks. I don't see anybody here today, but generally right at this section is where I see most of the kids come out because it's close to the beach. But you can snorkel all the way along here. I wouldn't do it, I guess, if it was rough weather, but this is a semi-protected bay, and it's generally quite good. But the first section is where some of the bigger rocks are, and that's where I see a lot of people snorkeling. I've done that myself, and I found it very interesting and enjoyable. So let's head on down the path. It's in generally a very good state of repair. It's fairly level. There's no hills, of course. Just easy to get onto, and it's a short walk out to the point. Also note, as you walk along the path here, you're going to see more and more of the islands of Los Arcos, the marine park. As I said earlier, I believe there's 5. I know you can see at least 3 of those off the path here.
A little hard on the feet?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Where are you guys from?
Jersey.
Kingston, Ontario, myself.
So you understand the struggle.
Oh yeah, that's why. I live here 6 months of the year. That's why I'm wearing shoes.
6 months of the year you're here?
You might find yourself on YouTube tomorrow.
Hey, whatever. Anthony and Allie from Jersey.
Okay. Anthony and Allie from Jersey, and I'm David living outdoors.
Enjoy, buddy. Enjoy the retirement.
I don't know if you know. Hola. Hola, amigo.
Hola.
So here we are at the point, and on the left-hand side is the ruins of the movie set for Night of the Iguana. And then they've got this pole with a large iguana statue attached to it. I don't know if that is part of the movie set or if it's just put up just in recognition of the movie. And then they have a little plaque where they talk a little bit about the movie itself. One thing I really enjoy about this little section here is that it is absolutely gorgeous in terms of the rocky point. I know some people swim out here. I'm not exactly sure how you can best get in and out of the water, so I won't recommend it, but it is a beautiful spot.
And this is part of the set from 1964 when they filmed The Night of the Iguana with Richard Burton and Ava Gardner. Not much left of it, but still very interesting. And this is the whole little bay of Mismaloya. And this here is called Los Arcos, and it's a National Marine Museum, or National Park I should say. Marine National Park. There's at least 3 little islands there, rock formations, and a couple of them have sort of caves right through them, and you can swim through them. Lots of boats around there because they allow snorkeling and some scuba diving, but there is no fishing around. So you've been to Mismaloya for a day. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Would you recommend coming here?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's very easy to get here. Only 20 minutes on the bus.
Yeah.
10 pesos.
Exactly.
And it's got everything you need.
And it's got everything you need. No
yeah.
need to personal cruise or whatever.
Or tour guide.
A tour guide.
Yes.
Good food and good margaritas.
And a beach.
And the beach.
Well, enjoy your stay. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye now.
And speaking of tour guides, right here you're going to see a boat filled with tourists, and they're basically, I think, coming from Puerto Vallarta, and this is one of the stops. They take them into Mismaloya, and they take them past the old movie set. So now we're just going to head on back into the beach area, and on the way back I noticed that there were a number of children here snorkeling around the rocks, and they told me they saw lots of fish. They seem to really be enjoying themselves, and I have snorkeled in this area, and I can confirm that you often see quite a few fish in the area.
Start our beach walk now. Beautiful beach. The sand is a light brown here, and it doesn't seem to stir up as much as in Puerto Vallarta, and I think that's because it tends to be a little coarser here. So it's a nice, beautiful emerald green color. There's lots of rocks on the coast here around the bay as well, and that's great for snorkeling. You can see some kids snorkeling right here. They're yelling that they're seeing all these fish, and I've snorkeled there myself, and you do see them. But the beach is wonderful, and there's all these nice beach clubs where you can sit back and relax, grab some great lunch or dinner, and there's lots of places to get massages here, lots of bars. Seems like all the second stories on these beach clubs are massage places. And the prices look pretty good, something on the order of 300 pesos for an hour-long relaxing massage. So you can take tours to the different beaches from here. You can go to Los Arcos, which is a National Marine Museum here, and snorkel there. I find the price is a little bit pricey, but it's for 1 to 5 people on a boat generally, so not too bad when you consider that. It looks like the prices are better in pesos than they are in US dollars. But you might want to do is there's some captains right along the beach here, and they might take you out for a cheaper price. You just got to ask them, wave them down, and see what they offer. Lots of vendors on the beach as well. You can get some coconuts, pineapples. If if you eat at the beach clubs here, you get to use their tables and lounge chairs. Thanks for a perfect day. Hola, amigo. So here's a boat coming in, probably going to pick up some tourists. They've got a little river that runs in here. I think it is called the Mismaloya River. But anyways, it's fresh water, and a lot of the guys with their little fishing boats or water taxis will park them in there, out of the waves of the ocean. You got one here that's just coming out. We'll get some of his friends to help push him out. Just like these guys here are holding this one. Not a super long beach, but it is very nice, and it's sort of settled in this little cove or bay here, which cuts out some of the wave action that you will get sometimes here. Just very relaxing. Now this is the resort known as the Barcelo. Very nice, and there's a few other resorts here as well. And if you would like to come here, you should check it out, because it's only about a 20-minute bus ride into Puerto Vallarta, and the cost for the bus is 20 pesos. So very easy to get back and forth, and I think the buses run to about 11 or 12 o'clock here. So get out of the big city, relax in a beach sort of resort town, and then go into the city if you feel like it. And for me, I find the beaches on the south coast probably the nicest in the whole Bay Area, only because the sand in Puerto Vallarta tends to be a little silty, so it stirs up, meaning it looks a little dirty when it's really not. And as you can see here, this sand is brown, but the water is just crystal clear. Just a beautiful emerald green, not being kicked up at all. Great place to swim. How much do you charge for your boats?
Well, what do you want to do? We can take you snorkeling if you want to do that.
Well, just for, let's say, to Los Arcos and going snorkeling. One person, or how many people go on your boat?
No, if it's just you, we'll take you just you.
Yeah.
And we'll take you on a VIP route. It'd be $70. How's that sound?
70 US?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll include everything.
Oh, you have snorkeling equipment
we
and all
have
that?
Snorkeling equipment, we have flippers, we have life jackets. We'll take you, we'll do the full tour.
Okay.
I'll talk about where the first movie filmed here was. We'll show you where the Eden is, where they filmed Predator, and then we'll take you straight to the Arcos. We'll talk about that for a bit, and then we'll take you snorkeling.
Okay. Well, I'm not interested today, but I'll keep that in mind. I thought they filmed Predator up the river here.
Yeah, in Eden.
Oh, yes. You would actually take me there. You can't go there on a boat.
I mean, we'll take you to a point where you can see it.
Ah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I understand that. I live here 6 months of the year, so I'm very familiar with it. But thank you.
Yeah.
So, beautiful beach here. Highly recommended for a day trip out of Puerto Vallarta.
Well, I said earlier in the video that there is some souvenir shopping to be done here, and I'll just give you a sense for what that is. Here's one of the shops, one of the larger shops in the area. And it's just right behind where all the restaurants are on the south side of the beach. They sell lots of toys for children, and then they have lots of shirts, for example, and lots of summer dresses for ladies, and then just lots of knickknacks, the typical things that you find in most tourist areas. But probably the biggest thing they sell here are t-shirts, and then sort of sundresses or things that you can put on over your bathing suit. Now, these are churros. This is the only churro man I've seen here, and if you've never had a churro, they're like a cinnamon stick, almost like a donut. They're absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend it. If you're given the opportunity to try one, do it. But once you try it once, you'll probably want to try it again. because they are very addictive. So that is your tour of the Playa Mismaloya, or the beach of Mismaloya, and now I'm just grabbing the bus. Again, you go head up to the top of the road, cross the street where they let you off. There's actually a bus stop there, a covered bus stop, and you get back on it. They come around every 10 minutes, and the cost to head back into Puerto Vallarta is all of 10 pesos, so very affordable, and the trip should take you about 20 minutes, 30 at the very, very most, depending on how many people are on board. And the bus stops at the corner of Constitution and Basia Bidio every time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Generally what you find is that the buses are a lot less busy in the afternoon, except for the time around 4 or 5 o'clock when people are getting off of work. They're getting picked up from the resorts and beach clubs, and they're heading back to PV. I really enjoy taking the bus here because the scenery is fantastic and you meet some interesting people. On the left-hand side, for example, you're able to see the Los Arcos Marine Park, so you can see that from Playas Las Mismaloya as well.